Hi, it's Peter Nixon, and welcome to another edition of PotentialNetwork.com. This series of difficult dialogues and tips for negotiators is meant to greatly enhance your ability to negotiate and achieve success, even when the dialogues are very difficult. As you can see, I'm here at KL Convention Center, just in front of the Petronas Towers, and I want to share with you the attributes of dialogue leaders, people who succeed in these difficult situations. We're going to do a body scan from top to bottom, and this will help you remember what these key attributes are. Starting at the top, the head, you need to have a process that allows you to succeed when the going gets tough. It comes from experience, comes from learning and skills training and practice. They manage the process from beginning through the middle and to the end, and then afterwards for proper review. Coming down from the top to the eyes gives you insight. Dialogue leaders have great insight, and they get this insight from experience, but they also get insight from talking to the key stakeholders. And the key stakeholders are the ones that are going to give you the tips on what are the issues, what's going to come up, where are the difficult spots going to be, and how should you really prepare for those. Coming down from the eyes to the mouth, diplomacy, really important. Good dialogue leaders are not going to be insulting. They're not going to use crude language. They realize it's important to maintain stability in the conversation, but they're also not shy to actually tell people the difficult message, and that's very important. Coming down from the mouth to the shoulders shows the strength, and the strength is very important. The position of the shoulders, deep breath, shoulders back, you're strong, you're ready, you're confident, and even when the going gets tough, it's not going to throw you off. From the shoulders down to the heart, you need compassion. You cannot simply push through and get what you want. You need to have compassion for the other side. So a lot of the problems result from exactly the situations that they've thrown themselves into. And they might be blaming it all on you, and it's none of your fault, but you've got to deal with it. Right beside the heart, and you know what it feels like, when you're stressed and you're in terror and you're sweating and your heart's beating, your lungs, take a deep breath. You need to have equanimity. You need to have the ability to really keep the calm going even in the face of these emotional turmoils. And that comes from experience, but it comes from practice. And good dialogue leaders do something on a daily basis to always make sure that when they're in the heat of the battle, they're not going to be thrown off their game. So this is also important. From there, we go down to the hips. The hips show your position of, I would say, confidence, because where the shoulders show your strength and your courage, the hips show your confidence. So your position is one of strength, confidence, you're ready to be taken on. And just like in contact sports, if you've got a good stance, your hips show it, and this is what we're after. The arms show strength, and the strength is important because it's tough. It's tough to negotiate. It's tough to be in a difficult dialogue, and you need to be strong. And so from the hips down to the knees show experience. Experience is very important. That's why knees get sore, and experienced negotiators are complaining of sore knees. But without the experience, you haven't walked that extra mile, and you don't have the gray hairs and the wrinkles and the war stories that really do make a big difference when it comes to these very difficult situations. If you've been there before or been anywhere like that before, and you can help others go through it, you're going to really be helping them. And then from the knees down to the feet, and the feet represent for me tactics. You can change your footwear, you can do some tricky foot moves, just like in football, soccer. You know, the feet are important. Tactics can throw off the other side and regain your position of power. So again, let's do the body scan from the head to the eyes, to the mouth, to the shoulders, the heart, the lungs, the arms, the hips, the knees, the feet. Be a good dialogue leader. Tune in again to PotentialNetwork.com, and we'll give you these negotiation and dialogue tips next time you tune in. Thanks for listening, and goodbye from Kuala Lumpur.